Terry.
Hello.
What?
Hi, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. What day is it, my friend? I don't,
It's hump
a
day.
rhetorical question, I guess, huh?
Yes, it's hump
Today
day.
is today, for
Yeah.
sure. Hump day. Had a
Yep.
good day yesterday, Terry. You had that hot dog pick four to get us started,
Yep.
and then the
That's right.
nice box it up for what was it, $50 exacta, $100 trifecta for 50 cents, and then closed the show with a what was it, $600 pick four. So those are the
Yeah.
kind of days we're looking for.
It is, yeah. You very profitable for anybody that took your picks and mine. So
Absolutely, 100% for sure. And we talked about yesterday being 2 for Tuesday, so let's see if we can make it back to back on Wednesday. What do you think about that?
I think that works out just right.
That would be perfect, right? For sure. Last night, I don't know if you had a chance to catch the show last night with Horse Center with jockey, Hall of Fame jockey Pat Day.
I did, and I thought it was really good. I liked it very much.
It was a lot of fun because we started off with we had a question on Twitter that got a lot of feedback. So if you haven't seen it yet, head over to our Twitter page at Horse Race Today. It's the same for Instagram and Facebook. But we asked a question yesterday: who is that jockey for you? The one that you bet on that
Yes.
always loses when you bet on him, not all the time, and when you don't bet on him, always wins. It's Pat Day got a lot of answers. Was the answer for a lot of that question. Was certainly the answer for me. And when we told him that, I mean, I didn't even have to finish my sentence, and he finished it for me.
I know. I guess a lot of people have said that to him. So
So, but he was a great guy. And on a serious note, during the show, he took a phone call because his wife had a stroke, and he asked for everybody to keep her in her prayers. And on Ash Wednesday, for the Catholics out there, it's appropriate if you keep him in mind and keep his wife in your prayers. I'm sure he would appreciate that.
Yes, I think he would. So,
and then on to the races today, Terry. We got a lot of work cut out for us. So today, let's go ahead and look at Gulfstream Park. Hopefully, we can have a repeat of what we did yesterday. Race number 1, Terry, is a 5-furlong race on the all-weather track, maiden claiming $16,000. So they're starting off with a cheaper one. 63 races and the new Tapeta track at 5 furlongs. 44 of them were won by speed, 25 of which went wire to wire. And there is a slight inside 3 bias, and we have the inside 4 horses just in a little bit different order.
That's correct. And there's actually 2 scratches in this race. The 5 and the 6 were both scratched. So it's only a 5-horse field. But
so hopefully we got the winner. We got 4 picks. The only one we don't have in here is one horse, right? The 7th. That's it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's probably the winner.
He could be. Yeah. Anyway, I like the number 3, Dreaming of Audrey. And I think right now she's the really
prohibited favorite.
Yeah, she's 1-5, I think.
Oh, that's
she
good.
Switches to a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and this trainer wins 30% of the time after he claims a horse. Her best all-weather speed is fastest among today's starters, and the trainer-jockey combo in the last 14 days out of 5 mounts have won 3 of those. And then Latte Lover, number 4, finished 3rd versus similar on an all-weather track last race. And this jockey has, in this last 7 days, won 6 out of 22 races, finished in the money 10 out of those 22. And then number 2, Mama Longlegs, which I think is a cute name, has plenty of early speed, may be able to lead all the way. And then number 1, Be Naughty With Me. The dam has
I like
4
that
winners.
name better.
It does, yeah. Well, this dam
just
has
not you,
4...
Terry. That's all.
She has 4. The dam has 4 winners out of 6 starters. So,
for me, Terry, I'm going to start this race with Dreaming of Audrey. 1-5, though. You know what? 1-5, you got to beat him 1-5, but it's an hour to the first post, so that's just the early money. So hopefully those odds go up. If Dream of Audrey is 1-5, then I would either pass on this race or try to beat it. And then it is the first off the claim for trainer Jose D'Angelo, who's won 27 of 88 that way. He's got 2 nice works since Jose claimed the horse. Be Naughty With Me is a first-time starter, and quite frankly, even with Dreaming of Audrey in the race, it doesn't appear to me there's a whole lot to beat here. It's got some decent works getting ready. The only thing that concerns me a little bit is good horses don't usually debut at maiden claiming 10,000, right?
That's right. Yes.
Mama Longlegs is the only e-horse in the field. So with the scratches and stuff. So what I mean by e-horse is when you go through the pace, the e-horse is one that exclusively runs early pace, so it gets out to that one, and you see it on the past performance line at the first call. So Mama Longlegs could steal this race if it gets the lead, especially if it does so with the easy pace and has run the fastest fractions any horse has put in this field, and does have the top early pace numbers by a wide margin. So if the three horse stays the favorite, I might bounce the two all the way to the top of my picks.
All
And,
right.
and then number 4, Latte Lover is a Denzel but the Denzel not in the barbershop. This is at the door, Terry, because as you mentioned, 5 races, finished third in 3 of those, no seconds, no wins. So it's just kind of reaching for the doorknob, just not quite opening the door just yet. Maybe today is that day.
Could be.
Could be. That's what the people who are backing Latte Lover hope. Race number 2 is 1 mile on the turf, and for now, it's the track is fast, right, and the turf is firm, if I remember correctly, right?
That's right.
And I know they had said that they were thinking a little bit. I'm looking at the weather forecast. They said it might rain earlier in the day and then be sunny and nice in the afternoon. So we should catch the sunny and nice part for this 1 mile race on the turf. 79 races, Terry, 47 of which were won by speed, 23 of the 79 going wire to wire. And there's a slight post position bias for posts 2 and 3. And then if you get 8 plus, there's a penalty.
Yep. That's right. So I'll tell you, first of all, number 9, Ready Hero, has been scratched. So anyway, I like the number 6, Freedom Matters. Won his last race at Gulfstream Park on the turf, and drops in class today. The trainer wins 55% of the races when he drops a horse off of a win. And then number 5, Regal Speaker, finished third versus Tougher on an all-weather track last race, and has the highest last speed rating. Finished third. Let's see, drops in class today. And the number 4, Mandate, drops in class today, has the highest last speed rating, highest speed figure at today's distance, and has the best turf speed among today's starters. The jockey in the last 7 days has a record of 42 starts, 11 wins, 6 seconds, 5 thirds. And then number 1, Max KO, likes the Gulfstream Park distance, and he likes the turf. The trainer wins 31% of the time when bringing a beaten favorite back to a race.
So trainer Joseph Safi Jr. This is my best bet of the day in here, Terry, because I feel like a lot of the top horses could go off a little bit chalky. This is one where you might get a little bit of value. Max KO was the beaten favorite last out. Trainer Joseph Safi Jr., who's a very effective trainer down there in South Florida. The last 260 times one of his favorites got beaten, he rebounded 83 times the next time around the track. Horse is making its second start off a layoff, so I expect some improvement here. And we did see some huge late pace improvement in its last race. And so much so that it was one of 3 horses to run a last race speed figure above par for this group. And the horse also owns the top early pace, late pace combo. Freedom Matters has some of the best fractions last time out. Another one of those 3 that ran a speed figure that should be good enough to get it done at this level. In the money, 14 out of 17 times on turf. So that's a big plus. The horse certainly likes the surface and has the top early pace figures in this field, but only by a little bit. Number 4, Mandate, is the final of the 3. They run a speed figure above par last time. For this horse that has the top pedigree and ran for the most amount of money last time out, running for $200,000, dropping all the way down to 37 at 37,000. And with that sort of drop, trainer Joseph Safi Jr. has won 5 out of 9. So that's a pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good number. And then finally, Graceful Kitten is the only e-horse in the field. Again, I said e-horses are the horses that when you look at the past performances at the first call, when they've run their best, the first call they were first at the quarter mile marker. Small increase last time out across the board, and it's 2 furlong, 4 furlong, and late pace numbers. And if the horse can get to the lead and the pace is right, a horse could definitely be Graceful Kitten could be very dangerous kitten instead of graceful.
That's right.
Race number 3 is 1 mile. This one's on the dirt. It's important to differentiate there at Gulfstream. So 1 mile, one turn, claiming 62.5, non-winners of 3 lifetime. 1 mile on the dirt. Profile of a winner looks like this: 67 races, a whole bunch of them. 53 won by speed, of which 22 went wire to wire. If you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, there's not much of a difference in post position win rates. But if you catch an 8 plus, you do get a bonus. And I don't think that comes into play here. But for race 3, you're going to start it off with number 1, same as me. So subtle.
That's right. Has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and the best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. Can improve with blinkers added today. And then number 3, Converter, has a high percent winning trainer and jockey, and he has the highest last speed rating. And the trainer in the last 14 days have won 6 out of 11 starts. Number 6, God's Promise, drops in class today. Has an early speed running style that will help his chances, and a 4 furlong workout of 47.4 breezing, which was the 4th best out of 16 workouts that day. Number 2, King Cairo won the race before last and drops in class today.
Which race you on? I got picks for you. All right, Jared. We are on race number 3. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So let us know your Gulfstream Parks picks for race number 3. My picks for race number 3 start off with number 1, just like Terry. So subtle. It's a horse I expect to be close to the pace, which is cool, but it also has the top early pace and late pace combination. Horse that should be a little bit better in its second start off, a layoff. And I like the fact that there's a maintenance workout in between races. Number 3, we start out exactly with the same 3 horses here. Converter ran the top last race speed figure when he did so at $54,000 purse. Today, just running for 19. And if this horse has the lead going into the stretch, I think he's going to be very difficult to pass. God's Promise. It's a horse that can win as a stalker or a presser, has the top pedigree, and put in a nice workout in between races. Just don't know that the pace is going to set up exactly right for God's Promise here. And then finally, number 7, Navajo Creed. This horse is coming his second start off a layoff. The rewind back on the past performance resume says the horse should be better. Could be a decent pace in here for this horse to catch as a stalker closer, as it has the top late pace figures in the field. Race number 4, Terry, is your best bet, but let's look at Jared's picks here. So race number 3, Jared's going to go 1, 6, and 5. We have the 1. Neither one of us has the 5. Race 2, he's got the 4, 1, 5, and 6, which is exactly what we got. So great minds thinking alike there. Mm-hmm. Race number 1, you got the 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like us, it looks like, right?
Yep, sounds good.
I think he's in our computers, Terry. He's the hacker. Yeah. So race number 4, as we come into this, is 1 1/8 miles, optional claiming 75,000, non-winners of 1 lifetime or more than 1 lifetime. This is your best bet in here with number 3, Swing Shift. And Swing Shift is going to have to look at a 1 1/8 where they've run 4 races, 3 of which were won by stalkers or closers. The other one speed horse did go wire to wire. And it looks to me like you want to have post position 3. 3 of the 4 winners came from post positions 4, 5, 6, or 7. So, but with only 4 races, it's not enough data to really say that it matters. Why do you think number 3, Swing Shift, is the one to beat here?
Well, number 3 won his debut race at Gulfstream Park and pretty easily. It was well bet in the debut, and the trainer in the last 14 days has won 5 out of 11 starts. Then I like number 4, King Crab, or Cab, I mean. It should be Crab, but it's Cab. Won his last race at Gulfstream Park easily, has the highest last speed rating, and his dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. Number 5, In the Union, comes in from Tampa Bay Downs after a win and a third. Has a high percentage winning trainer and switches to a high percentage winning jockey. The trainer, Todd Fletcher, also trains Swing Shift And in the last 14 days, as I said before, he's won 5 out of 11 races. Number 6, Little Vic drops in class today. The trainer wins 17% of the time when using Lasix for the first time.
So I'm going to start off race number 4 with King Crab, the 4-horse over your 3-horse, because they both ran 7 furlongs last time out. And, Sean says don't pay attention to times. And I've read a lot of articles and stuff. Don't pay attention to times. But 3 seconds is a lot of time in the horse racing universe. And King Cab ran 7 furlongs, 3 seconds faster than Swing Shift did last time out. Now, that's not to say that Swing Shift put everything on the track, but 1 second equals, I think, 5 lengths. So 3 seconds is 15 lengths. That's not close in horse racing.
No.
That was a race where he generated a speed figure above par for this group, winning by 7 1/4 lengths. So I'm not even sure that King Crab winning by 7 1/4 lengths gave it its all. Probably jockey looked back, and I'm sure it eased into the wire. Swing Shift did have the top late pace numbers by a long shot in its debut, running a speed figure over par. Well bet in that debut, and along with that strong early pace number, did have some of the best opening fractions. So looks like a good combination. Can get out of the gates fast and can also close with a mad rush. The question is, can it make up 3 seconds? Little Vic has the fastest quarter-mile fractions any horse in this field's produced in their light racing careers, which translates to the top early pace numbers. And Terry, I love it when a horse gets first-time Lasix and shows that he's fleet of foot out of the gate. That's something Little Vic has in going for him. And last time out, ran for $250,000. Today, running for $61,000 purse. So that's a significant drop in terms of what is at stake. And then finally, number 5 in the Union. This race could be pretty quick. And because it's pretty quick, it could set up for a closer like in the Union and has the top late pace figures by a very long margin. Brings us to the race of death, Terry. Yes. But before we get to the race of death, tonight, our guest on the Horse Center with Sean will be none other than somebody who's racing today down there in Gulfstream Park. I think he's a leading jock down there right now, Jose Ortiz.
Yeah. Didn't he win the Rebel?
Did he win the Rebel? No. Ramon Vasquez won the Rebel. He's going to be our guest tomorrow night.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. We'll be talking tomorrow night in the Players Edge at 9:30 p.m. Eastern with Ramon Vasquez. Tonight, we'll be talking with jockey Jose Ortiz. And if you have questions for either one of them, make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up so that we move up higher in their rankings. Or you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Horse Race Today. And we're about to go live. Our Swiss Army Sean will make sure you get notified that, hey, we're about to come on with Jose Ortiz tomorrow with Ramon Vasquez so that you can ask him any questions that you want, right?
That's right.
So we're getting tons of race information. Race 6 at Tampa, 6-1-8-5. Tam got 2 at third at Tampa. And then 1-4-2, I had 1-4-5. Damn, I don't know what race is that at Parks.
That was the first race at Tampa. Yeah. Right. And the 1 win, the 4 ran second. The 2, I think, ran third. He liked the 5 for third.
So today, my box it up. I'm going crazy, Terry, because I put my box up in the race of death. And the race of death is that race that connects the early pick 4 to the late pick 4. Yesterday, my box it up for a $1 exacta, 50-cent try. Didn't hit the superfecta, but the $1 exacta box, I think, paid $51.70. And the 50-cent trifecta box paid $122 and change. So it was a pretty good box it up yesterday. I'm happy about that, right?
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah.
And so let's see if we can match that today. I picked the race today where I feel like there's a lot of competitive horses, but not one that naturally steps out above the others. So race number 5, Terry, is a 1 mile, 70-yard race on an all-weather track, claiming $35,000. And the 1 mile, 70 yards on that Tapeta, 92 races, 52 of them were won by stalkers and closers, so horses that can come from off the pace. Just 9 went wire to wire, and there's a slight inside-out bias. For me, Paintbrush is in the money. 7-6 at Gulfstream, or 6-7, excuse me. It can't be in money 7 out of 6, right? He's extra race in there somewhere. Won its last race at the distance and surface by 3 1/4 lengths, but I was a little bit worried about some in-race regression, but maybe it was one that he just didn't have to work very hard to win. So I'll have plenty of energy left today. Number 4, Vandilia. Horse is making its third start off a layoff. It showed some improvement in its early half of the race last time out. And then on top of that, had some workouts. So that's a sign to me the horse improved in race 2, get some workouts in between. Should be better, more fit in race 3. Yukayo, I hope I got that right. This horse, I think, should be the pace setter, the one horse, as it is the only e-horse in the field. So it's the only one that is a true front runner. And if you get the right fractions, the one horse could steal this race and does have the top pedigree. So has the genetics to get it done. And then finally, I'm closing it out with Susan's Novella. It's a tough call over number 3, Rosie's Apple for me, but does have some really. Well, go ahead. What?
Susan Novella's scratched.
Scratched. Okay, so it's not a tough call for me anymore. So we're going to switch this, and we're going to make it to 3, Terry, instead.
Okay.
All right. Good. So my box it up is 6413. Wasn't scratched when I went through it earlier in the day, so it must have scratched recently.
Let me confirm that. So I'm always making certain mistakes, so you never know what I'm going to come up with.
This is race number 5, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So
race number 5. No, Susan's Novella is in the race.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So you're just trying to mess me up, Terry.
I am.
Yes, indeed. Trying to throw me for a loop. So the 5 is in the race. All right.
Okay.
That's my
sorry about that.
It's all right, Terry. I can it's all right. You can throw me for a loop now and then, but you know what? I can take a punch and move on. All right. So how do you like them in race number 5? All your horses are scratched, by the way.
I like number 6, Paintbrush. Won 2 races in a row at Gulfstream. The last one, today's distance, and the jockey in the last 7 days has a record of 42 starts, 11 wins, 6 seconds, and 5/3. And then number 1, Yukayo, won 2 races back at today's distance and switches to a high percentage winning jockey. Trainer wins 28% of the races, and the second in the second race after a claim. And then number 8, Mount Sinai, ran second versus similar in last race, earning the highest last speed rating doing that. And then the trainer wins 21% of the time when he goes from a sprint to a route. Can improve at a longer distance. And then number 4, Vanadela, drops in class today, and the trainer wins 18% of the claiming races, and the distance, and her best all-weather speed is the fastest among today's starters.
Yeah, Jared, if you have picks, throw them up on there. Just do me a favor, though, so that we know where it's at. So, like, for example, right here, you have race number 7. I got 8324. Is that at Tampa, or just let us know what track it is, so that I'm not more confused than my normal state of confusion. So as I mentioned, race number 5 is that race of death, Terry, which is the end of our hot dog pick 4s, I think. We went with the first few races. There you go. Terry went all out. He really singled up on that 3. So he took a stand in that race where the horse has to make up 3 seconds. But outside of that, he went 5, 2, 1, and then 4. I went with the old just standard 3-3-2-2, the $18 one that we do most of the time, Terry. 834, he says, is a golf. So I wanted to add a few more horses in there, to be honest, but I couldn't get them in because I play by the rules, unlike Terry on Saturdays, where he tosses in an extra few bucks. But that's our hot dog pick 4s for today.
Okay. And I have a change there. The 9 was scratched in that second race. So I want to put the 2 in there, Land Biscuit.
So you're going to put the 2 in there. All right.
Instead of the 9. Yeah.
2 instead of the 9 for Terry in his hot dog pick 4. All right, so let's get back to some picks, Terry. Before we move on to ours, Jared has basically his full card picks there for us at Delta Downs. So you can take a look at that. Screenshot that real quick if you're interested in Delta Downs racing. Race number 1, 7, 4, 5, 6. Race 2, 2, 7, 6, 5. Race 3, 3, 1, 5, 9. Race 4, 5, 3, 2, 4. Race number 5, 3, 2, 4, 8. Race 6, 13,710. No, 137. And the 10. Race 7, 8,721. And then race number 8, 9, 4, 12, 6. And then race 9, 2, 9, 4, 5. Hopefully there's a bunch of winners in there for you as well, right? If you have picks you want to share like Jared, please just let us know. That's we appreciate that. Parks, here's the Parks picks for Jared today. Race 1, screenshot that too. And you might want to do that because today, usually Craig Donnelly, who posts his picks over at patha.org, I don't think they were up as of when we went live. So there are no other picks out there that I saw today. So there are Jared's picks for Parks today. So hopefully those all are winners as well.
Yeah, and I see made another mistake.
Why are you making so many mistakes, Terry?
I have no idea why I'm doing it today, but I see that in that 5th race, in that the horse Mount Sinai was scratched.
What number is that?
That's number 8.
So we want to stick in there 4 and then what?
That one I want to stick the number 5 in there. So.
Susan's Novella.
Susan's Novella. Yeah.
Okay, so Terry has 6145. Now he's definitely copying me. All right, so try to get back on track. So here we go. Race number 5 scratched the 8 and 4 at Gulfstream. So the 4 is scratched in race number 5 as well, Terry. Let's see, race number 5. The 4 is scratched. All right, so we're really messing up here. So,
these must be late scratches because when I looked, it was it just came in at 11:30. The 4 did.
All right, so let's see. So my box changes now to 615, and this is the great thing about live shows, right? Yeah. I'm going to put the 3 in here for me. Terry, who are you going to put in there?
The 2.
The 2. All right, so there we go. This changes our hot dog pick 4s as well too. So for my hot dog pick 4, I'm going to end it with the 6 and the 1. Yeah. Let's go back to those real quick, Terry, so that we have those.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Hot dog pick 4s. So mine is going to end with, instead of 6-4, 6-1.
Yeah, and mine's going to end with 1-2-5-6 instead of 1-6-8-4. So,
all right, so a lot of confusion, stated confusion, a little bit of Genesis going on here today.
Yeah,
so that's going to mess up our hot dog pick 4, our primary pick 4s on the way home too. But we'll get to that later. Race number 6, Terry, is a 5 furlongs on the turf, optional claiming 62.5. The profile of a winner for a 5 furlong turf race at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. 40 races, 26 won by speed, 17 of which went wire to wire. The post position, you have a rail and 4 through 7 penalties for some reason. 2 and 3, and then 8 and plus do very well, or at least better than the rail and 4 through 7. So taking a look at our picks for race number 6, they look like, hold on a second, I was going to kick myself out of the screen there. Race number 6, they look like this, and hopefully there are no scratches in race 6, but fire away.
All right, yeah, and first of all, let me say that the reason we're having so much trouble is we checked the scratches earlier today, and then they come with other scratches later on, some of them even during the show. So anyway, in that race, in the 6th race, I like the number 1 Natural Power. He won his last race at Gulfstream, and he's finished in the money in both races at Gulfstream, and the distance won't be any problem as he's done this before. And then number 4, Sheki Shabazz, which is a horse that we played a couple of weeks ago. Finished 3rd in the last race. His best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. The trainer in the last 14 days has been in the money 100% of the time, winning 3 of those races. And then has a sharp workout of 36 and change, breezing 1 best out of 3. Then number 8, Kusina, has a high percentage winning jockey. The trainer wins 21% of the races when he goes from a sprint to a route. And this horse can improve by returning to a sprint.
That's my favorite room in the house, the casino, the kitchen.
Anyway, number 7, the Virginian. He ran 2nd in his last race, just missing by a head, earning the highest last speed rating. And he has a bullet workout of 47 breezing, the best out of 17.
I'm going to come into race number 6, and hopefully nothing is scratched. I checked the scratches real quick, and then we're done. So I'm going to start mine with your last pick, number 7, The Virginian, there is a ton of early pace in this field, and this horse does a little bit better when it gets to sit right off the pace, although it can be a part of the early pace and does have the best early pace and late pace combination. I feel like the pace setup really works out well for the Virginian. Shecky Shabazz is another one that's going to be pretty forwardly placed. Second off a layoff, which is usually as good or a little bit better than the first one. Nice workout in between races for Shecky. Kusina is got the top late pace figures in the field, and they were way off the chart last time out. Second start after a layoff, the horse has a spotty record. In 2 out of the last 3 times the horse came off the bench and then had a second start off a layoff, the second start was a little bit of a regression, sometimes a big regression. But 11 furlongs of workout since the last race on January 22nd suggests, at the very minimum, Kusina should be fit. And then number 6, Into the Sunrise, off since November. 20 furlongs of works since January the 6th, including a bullet and go. And what I mean by a bullet and go is the last workout before returning to the track was a bullet. Horse does have the top pedigree in the field and gets the top jockey, as we mentioned, and tonight's guest, Jose Ortiz. And it was a tough call over your top pick, Terry, number 1, Natural Power.
Yeah, the number 1 is actually increased its speed rating in the last 3 races. So I think it's a good pick. Anyway, go ahead.
So we're going to go off to race number 7, which is your box it up. Let's see. Gulfstream race 7, scratch the 6. I have the 6. All right. So I got to change that one off too. Thank you for the heads up there, Nick. I'll figure that one out. Why Terry tells us why his box it up is in race number 7, which let me get to the box it up, Terry, and let me run through the Tampa Bay race number 2. He says he has there it is, bet 5 to win. All right. So in race number 7, Terry, we have a allowance 54,000 non-winners, more than one lifetime, 6.5 furlongs. Profile of a winner on that is 6.5 furlongs on dirt, by the way, Terry, not on the Tapeta. 15 races, 11 won by speed, 4 going wire to wire, and there's a strong rail bias and a strong 8+ bias. So it is a barbell in terms of the post positions. You're boxing them up 8, 2, 3, 4. I haven't. I'll pin in my next horse next, but go ahead.
Yeah, and the reason that I'm doing that is because all the horses seem to be anywhere from 3 to 1 to 5 to 1, and I like doing the box up when you've got a little better pricing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I like number 8. Yes, I'm a Beast, and he's won his last 3 races in a row at Gulfstream, and this trainer wins 29% of the time after he claims a horse. And then the trainer in the last 14 days has won 5 out of 12 races. Then I like number 2, Stormy Pattern. Won his last race at Gulfstream Park with Chantel Sutherland in the irons, and she returns to try and repeat that performance. Then the trainer wins 27% of the time when he goes from a sprint to a route to a sprint. Then number 3, Klugman, won his last race at Gulfstream easily and has the highest last speed rating. Best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And I think this horse is named after Jack Klugman, who's really was into horse racing. I actually met him up in Reno one time. We had a pretty good conversation for about 20 minutes about horses. And then number 4, Clapton, finished 3rd versus similar in the last race. The trainer wins 21% of the time when using second-time Lasix. And this jockey in the last 7 days has been on fire, winning 11 out of 42 races.
All right. So yours goes 6, 1, 5, and then 2, right, Terry? For race number 5?
Oh, we're not talking race number 5.
I know we're not. It'll make sense. It'll make sense in a second.
Yeah. It goes 6, 1, 2, 5. Yes.
You're going to go 6, 1, 2, 5. I think you said 5, 2.
6, 1, 5, 2. Yeah.
All right. So I'm just right as we're trying to do this. I'm trying to update the prime rib pick 4. So do you want it to go 2, 5, or would you rather it go 5, 2?
No. I want it to go 5, 2.
All right. So I'm updating that. So hold on one second, Terry. Tell us a little bit more about Jack Klugman for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually was early in the morning. It was back when there was race books that were not part of the casinos; they were individual. And I went into this race book, and I was standing at a little table, one of the like they do in a bar. And he actually walked up there and asked, "Can I join you here because the other tables were all crowded?" I said, "Sure." And then anyway, he started talking about the races, and I wasn't paying much attention because I was busy with my form. And then I turn and look, and then I realized it was Jack Klugman. I said, "Aren't you Jack Klugman?" He said, "Oh yes." And anyway, I was up there for a tournament. It was called the World Handicap Tournament or something like that, and he was the guest speaker for that. So
Mhm.
that's why. And he actually gave me a tip that did really well. Won. So I know he owned horses and was really involved with horse racing. So
I thought the tip was going to be don't bet.
no, that's what I give everybody else. That.
All right. So I think I've got this squared away. We'll find out in a second, hopefully. Race number 7 for me. Do I have? I hope there's not scratches in here, but yes, there is a scratch. So Klugman, top late pace field numbers versus a field with a bunch of E types in here. Has the top pedigree. One of 4 horses in this race, I guess 3 now, that have a speed figure above par for this level. Did run on February the 11th, so quick turnaround. Yes, I am a beast in beast mode. 5 wins and 9 races at Gulfstream Park. First off the claim, trainer Rohan Crichton has won 23 of the 79 times he's brought a horse out after claiming it. It's another one with the speed figure above par and does have the some pretty good quick fractions last time out. I have the number 4, Clapton, third off a layoff, and in its second start off a layoff, showed some improvement across the board for its pace numbers, 2 furlongs, 4 furlongs, and late pace. That all added up to a third horse in the field with a speed figure above par, and should really benefit if the pace is hot. And then I'm going to go with number 1, Hooray, Hooray, Hooray. It scratches into that last spot for me, Terry. All right, so race number 8. Hopefully, we don't have any scratches here to mess us up to close out the card. Let me look real quick, Terry,
One
just to make sure.
scratch.
Did it
Number
mess up
8.
any of our picks, though?
I don't. It didn't mess mine up. Number
Okay,
8.
doesn't mess up any of our picks. Okay, beautiful. Race number 8 is a 1-mile turf race claiming $35,000, non-winners of 2 lifetime. Let's pull the picks back up in here, Terry. Tell us why we like some of the same horses. Why are you going to start with the 2 like me, besides looking at my computer?
I like the 2 Basilia. Comes in from Southern California after running second versus a lot tougher in the last race and earned the highest last speed rating. And these horses do really well when they come in from Southern California. So the trainer wins 22% of the time when dropping off after a claim. And this horse's best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. This jockey, as I said previously, has won 11 out of 42, been in the money 22 times. Then number 3, Sensational, has finished in the money 100% of the time during her career, and the trainer wins 23% of the time in claiming races. The jockey has won 6 out of 22 races. And then number 6, Cultured, has a high percentage winning trainer, drops in class today. And number 10, Meet the Beauty, ran second versus similar in the last race. They add blinkers today, hoping that's going to help keep her mind on things.
Keep it running straight and fast. The 2 will
Yep.
just win a key on top. Yeah, I was looking at this race. I felt like in race number 8, this was a race with horses that were full of holes, so to speak, because it was, a lot of races you can look at a field and you can make a case why they're going to win. And I also go through a case why they're not going to win. Just to kind of get a sense of, like, Benjamin Franklin used to have that T, right? All the pluses on one side, all the negatives on the other side, and whichever side went out was the way he made his decision. This race is full of more stuff on the right side of that column than on the left side of the column. But Basila, it's been off since November, so a long time on the bench, but the only win followed a very similar amount of time on the bench. 32 furlongs of workouts since January the 6th, so unquestionably, Basila will be fit, firm, and ready to run. Gets, of course, the top jockey down there. And did I say tonight, Jose Ortiz is our guest?
Yes, you did.
Number 10, Meet the Beauty, is a half length from being undefeated in the 2 races that Paco Lopez was aboard. All the other ones look pretty bad. So I think Paco maybe has a good connection with this horse. 17 furlongs, a good workout since the last race. Number 5, Mia at Midnight, did run a race last time out that was above par for this level. Owns the fastest quarter-mile fractions for any horse in this field. And in the last race showed some early improvement in those 2 and 4 furlong numbers. And then finally, number 6, Something I Am Not, Terry, is Cultured. This horse is best when running fresh. Won in its debut. Second by a neck in her last. 14 furlongs, a good workout since their last race on December 29th. I did want to rank the number 3, Sensational, a little bit higher. But that horse has been off for more than a year, and the workouts were only okay. They weren't all that inspiring for me, so it was difficult for me to go ahead and put that up there. Race number 2 at Tampa, 5, 4, and 1 for Jared. Going to post at Tampa, and he really likes the, what was the 5 horse here? Yes.
Yeah, 5 is 4-1 right now, and 4 is 5-2, 1's 7-2.
So I think I got the prime ribs. Hold on a second. Prime ribs right here, Terry. I updated them on the fly, so to speak. So this reflects the scratches, I believe. So we both start with, we're both going to go 3 in the first leg and then 4, 4, 4 in the back end.
Yep, that's right.
I didn't have time or the ability to hide behind a screen and update the other ones, the hot dog pick 4s.
So you went 3 in the first leg.
Yeah, we have 4. The same 3 horses in the first leg. So it's 6, 1, 5, 1, 4, 7, 7, 4, 8, 6 for me, 3, 8, 4, 1, 2, 10, 5, 6.
Okay.
Oof, that was some work there. I want to thank everybody who helped us out, Nick, for giving us the scratches along the way, because we do look at them, and it's difficult because if they go right as we're about to get on, we can't change them like in midstream while we're live streaming. Yeah. Eric, we appreciate the thumbs up. If you like what you saw today too, is as convoluted as all of it was with the changes, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, follow us and retweet and all that kind of stuff on Twitter. Same thing for Instagram and Horse Race Today at all 3 of those. Terry, any final thoughts on this hectic hump day?
Well, it's just been hectic. Did you want to share what the free picks are at GTA or GTS?
Yes, today if you head on over to Guaranteed Tip Sheet, and you plan on playing Turf Paradise today, you get the picks for free. Just go over there, guaranteedtipsheet.com. You'll see number 5 in race number 1. The Departure is the top pick for that race, best bet of the day. So you can head on over there and do that. Let's see, Jared. Let's see if this plays out, boys. Well, I hope for you it does. We want to see everybody's picks in the winner's circle. If you haven't done it yet, Terry, I know yours is on the way in, but do us a huge favor. Head on over to horseracingtoday.net. Hit on the Horse Racing Today gear. Get yourself HRT gear with the nice number 13. I went with the lucky number today, Terry.
It is my lucky number. I've always had. My wife's birthday's on the 13th, and I always sat in seat 13 at the racetrack. So,
and here you are with me. I think you might reconsider.
No, I'm having a good time with you. It's fun, a lot of fun.
So. Yeah, it is a lot of fun for sure. It's even more fun when we have days like yesterday where everything goes smoothly and we end up with some nice winners. Again, tonight, 8 o'clock, Sean and I will be at Horse Racing Radar TV at 8 o'clock with jockey Jose Ortiz. Tomorrow night at 9:30, the whole crew comes back. We'll be talking with jockey Ramon Vasquez, the winner of the Rebel. It's on 3 mounts at Santa Anita in some of the big stakes races out there this weekend. We'll be at Australia, Tom and I, for Foreign Fridays on Friday. Terry and I will cover a couple more stakes races on Saturday. Not quite sure what that roster is going to be yet, but we'll get to that. And then tomorrow, because Aqueduct is not canceled, but this is running on Friday, not on Thursday this week, Terry and I will go back to Under the Lights at Turfway Park. So we'll be live with that tomorrow at noon. So you got the exacta. Beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, it ended up 4-1. The one held off the 7, so that's really good. The one's actually 5-1, and then the 5 I think ran 4th his other pick. So
What did that exacta pay? They haven't put it up yet.
No, it just finished the race. Did I know the 4 was 3-2 favorites, so it had dropped in odds right at the last that we see all the time. So,
All right, Terry. So today is a bad day for me, Terry. It's off to pay the real estate tax today.
ooh,
I need some winners, baby. So everybody, please root for me that all of my picks today end up. Terry, where do we want them to end up?
in the winner's circle.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody have a fantastic day. My day is doomed no matter what because I got to pay Chicago real estate taxes. They're horrible. But everybody else have a fantastic day indeed. We'll see you tonight. Have a great hump day. And for all you Catholics out there and those who celebrate Lent and all that, enjoy that as well. Yes, we got all of Jared's picks too. So make sure if you haven't, just go through the show, screenshot them, and take a look at Jared's picks at Parks, Turfway, and at Tampa, right? Those are all the tracks.
That's right. Yep.
Did I get all those right?
I think
Delta
right.
Downs too.
Delta Downs too? Wow.
Yes. He put a lot of them out there today.
He has a lot of them. Well, let's hope they all do really well. So
yes, indeed. They all wind up in the winner's circle.
$40.
Yeah, he's done really well.
He's a good handicapper. So.
All right, Terry, that's it. Everybody have a fantastic Wednesday. We'll see you tonight.
Bye-bye.